Hello and welcome to Sue Rogers Unedited. I am Sue Rogers. Why? My question for today. I love talking about random topics and questions that pop into my head. Why are fundraisers, for the most part, okay, not all the time, I got it, but why are most fundraisers for kids, for whatever they need, for school, for sports, for whatever, why are they tied to junk food? Hear me out. They are. They are. They're selling candy bars, which we weren't supposed to send them with to school when they were little. They can sell them. Or it's candy of some sorts, or it's a fast food place or chain restaurant of some sorts that is cooking everything in seed oils, which are terrible for the body. If you haven't learned about seed oils yet, just do a quick internet search on the harmful effects of seed oils on the human body. Originally, seed oils were made to be lubricant on farming equipment, factory equipment. Okay, they were not originally designed to be ingested in the human body, and they are terrible for us. And most restaurants, probably also your local favorite restaurant, is cooking with canola oil or vegetable oil or anything that's not extra virgin avocado oil or just butter, or even actually lard is not bad for you in moderation, like everything else. So why is this connection? Probably because those chain restaurants and places are well known. So people are like, oh yeah, I know what that place is. Sure, I'll get something from there to support you. Or people are addicted to sugar and candy. So that's another easy one because people are like, oh sure, I'll buy some candy. That sounds good. I'm gonna eat it. And I'm not saying don't support the kids, but why do we have to tie it to some garbage? Like, I would rather give you money and not get something in return that's going to poison my body. I would rather just make a donation. Why do we have to tie it to some restaurant or junk? And right, I get it. These places are businesses, they have employees, they're probably doing good things in the community. Maybe. But they're not because everyone's obese. I mean, the more you look around, it's more and more prevalent. Okay? And you don't even have to look around to really be aware of this. I mean, our overall health is terrible. When the Rona happened, the people who got hit the worst and ended up hospitalized and the outcome was the worst for was people who were obese, because obesity is a comorbidity. If you are obese, it is straining your internal organs and damaging your health. And I'm not talking like there's a healthy range that your body should be in for your weight. Okay. You don't have to be rail thin, because rail thin also is terrible long term. Like, if you are nothing but skin and bones without any muscle or strength, then that's also really bad. Okay. People die of anorexia because if you're not putting anything in your body at all, that's the other opposite extreme, and your body will shut down because it has nothing to function off of. Your body needs fuel, but your body doesn't need junk. Big difference. Big, big difference. So why do we tie these things together? I mean, even classic old school, like we just have always had the book fair, which I believe is still a thing, which is a bunch of also unnecessary junk that you don't need or going to keep long term, but maybe you're going to read a book that's going to inspire you or do something good for you in a small way. We don't need to tie it to food, you guys. Definitely don't need to tie it to food. And this is something that I've thought of for a while now and keep seeing it pop up every time there's some kind of fundraiser tied to food. Like, why aren't there fundraisers tied to the farmer's market and some fruits and vegetables? That's a fair question. That would actually be supporting local community much, much better than a chain restaurant that's just coming from wherever that isn't local to your area, or a local small business that's good for us. It's not popular, it's not trendy, it's not the norm, so no one's doing it because I'm sure it would not be successful at first because everybody's just so used to the way it's always been. Who was I just talking with? And we were talking about having a problem with authority. Oh, JT on my last podcast, right? I don't want to do things with the norm, especially if they don't make sense. And a lot of stuff just doesn't make sense. So let's find better ways to support these kids. And a lot of times I actually do this now. If a child is asking me, they're like, hey, I've got this fundraiser and I want to support them, I will ask if there is an option to just make a financial donation. And there was one. There was some catalog thing with all this stuff in it, and I was looking through it, and it was super overwhelming. And I was like, I don't really need anything in this catalog right now. So I straight up asked, can I just make a money-only donation? And it turns out it was an option. So I'm supporting the fundraiser for the child that was asking me, who I wanted to support, but I was able to do it with just it wasn't even anything massive. $5, $10, $15, $20 donation, whatever it was, because it was just small increments that were the goal for that one. Just gave straight up money. Honestly, I would rather have given the money straight up to that specific kid so they could do whatever they wanted to do with it. But they were really excited about the fundraiser. So I did it that route instead. And guess what? It's like a win-win. If you don't want the junk, but you want to support the kid, ask to give just the dollar amount, straight up cash, for whatever junk is being sold. Boom. Problem solved. Everybody's happy. Your health will do better. Just an option and a thought, an idea. Which one's your biggest culprit, pet peeve, one that you see all the time? We used to have to do pizza coupon things all the time, which we used to actually eat the pizza. And pizza's expensive. So that one was worth it. But some of them, I would just pay the cash value for the cards and give the coupons to friends without them having to be able to buy them or having to have to buy them. But yeah, there's too many of them out there, especially when they're being told at school to not bring a bunch of candy and junk. And then they're like, but here's this fundraiser, we're going to sell candy and junk. Kind of entertaining, but that was my thought for today. Find a better way or just donate money and stay away from the junk. Because there's too many junk fast food places that they don't care about your health. They just care about making money. Sure, they're giving jobs and opportunities to people in your community, but the big chain restaurants are just worried about making money and selling cheap food so they can profit more off of it and don't care about your health. Another rant for another time. But there you have it. Like, subscribe, follow, comment. Hit me up with some things that you would love to see as topics also, because that's always fun too. Instagram, Facebook, my website, all are Balanced Day Life. Website is balancedaylife.com. Have a great freaking day, guys, and we will talk soon.